Yep. Alright, so this video is going to be kind of a string of conscious, unedited kind of thoughts about me, turning 20 soon. So, for those who don't know, yeah, I'm going to be turning 20 in about a month, which is very scary because, you know, I don't know if I'm ready to get into the real world. Getting a full-time job is a lot. I've worked part-time. I used to work in a movie theater, but I've never worked a 40-hour week or nothing before. Like this will be fully new to me when I eventually have to do that. Because I'm in college right now, so I won't have to do the full-time forever for at least, good 2 or 3 years. But I will probably have to get an internship next summer at least, because you got to. That's the only way to build a good enough resume for future jobs. So with that, oh boy, with that I've kind of realized, this might be my last summer to just bum around and do nothing. Um, so this will probably be my last time. I'll be able to hang out with friends for my whole life, but this might be the last time I can really just do a consistent, hang out with people. Which is also kind of sad. It's like I feel like I'm closing a chapter of just being able to be a bum. And also, with friends and relationships, it's like I feel like I'm at the point where it's like I don't think I'm gonna be, or at least anytime soon, really meeting new people. I feel like my circle and the people I care about, I feel like that's gonna be a pretty constant thing for the rest of my life. Which, in some ways that's good because it means, I'll always have people in my corner who I care about. But it also means, I'm not gonna meet any. Oh, wow. If I didn't get the bug where I couldn't drive forward midair, that was an absolute snipe. Holy cow. But, I don't think I'll ever get bored of people. But it's like, yeah, I'm gonna kind of have the same group of friends and relationships, friends, family, romantic relationships, probably for the rest of my life. Which means how are the next 40 years gonna be? Is it just gonna be a kind of a same thing every day? Not that like I said, love hanging out with my friends, and I want to hang out with them. But is it I don't know, would it get samey if you're hanging out with the same people for 40 years straight? I guess probably not, if you're close enough with them. But I don't know, I'm worried it's just gonna be, you're kind of gonna fall into a cycle of just doing the same thing, over and over again as an adult here, because it's you're gonna probably be working the same job for what, 40 years at least. That doesn't sound good either. I already want to retire and I haven't even started working yet. But I don't know, it's just it's a worrisome thing, which I'm sure pretty much everybody at this age has kind of thought about this, where it's what am I what is my future gonna hold? But I don't know, it's something I've really been thinking a lot lately. I've been talking to some friends and some of my family about this, because it's just what's left, do you just what's their experience for people who have kind of gone through it? Is it just you do kind of fall into it? Is it just sameness? Are you just kind of done? Which my dad kind of joked, he said that's why you have kids, which I don't even know if I want kids or not. That's the other thing. But, I can see there's probably some truth to that at the very least. It's probably what people do it, so it's, if you're in the rut of doing the same, thing day after day, kids will definitely make you do stuff. I mean, they're very high maintenance. It's probably what people get to pets. I wonder if that's what most of life is just distracting yourself from the fact that you've kind of just got to sit and work and you know, just go through your day to day every day, even if it's kind of, you know, monotonous or the same all the time. And that's what I'm worried. Like, I just don't know if because I've even had that now where it's like, you know, high school is very samey. I got very bored. It's just kind of doing the same thing every day. And like, is that how it's going to be for, you know, the next forever until I retire, where I can just kind of, you know, fuck off and do whatever I want since I'm retired, assuming I didn't spend all my money Allen Iverson style. You know, it's like, I don't know. Um, you know, I've also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've trying to put a lot of things on the screen here. Cookie clicker and Garfield cart, because, you know, I know you're probably barely even paying attention. Let's be so real. Actually, maybe next time I do one of these, I should move the Garfield cart higher and put the Subway Surfers at the bottom. Because then that'd even give me something to distract myself. I feel like I think better when there's a bunch of stuff going on. But no, it's just like, I don't know how long these videos are gonna go to. I think I've kind of said my piece. I'm even probably repeating myself a bit. You know, you guys are like, oh, this guy get to the point. Because, you know, I don't have like a 30-minute video essay to talk about on a lot of things. You know, I may have like 5-6 minutes, 10 at the most. Because, I don't know, this isn't too crazy of a topic, and I feel like the worries that you have with it, or that I have with it, are pretty, like, you know, concise. It's like, am I just gonna be living the same day over and over again, like it's Groundhog Day? And like, yeah, worrying, oh, am I gonna have to hang out with the same people I really enjoy hanging out with for the next 40 years? Not have to, get to. Alright, for any of those watching, but it's like, I feel like I don't know, there's some worry that it's just gonna be, I don't know, like, will it be Groundhog Day? It's kind of, it's, oof, oh man. But no, I don't know. I think this will probably be the final race for the video, because I don't have too much more to say. But if you have any thoughts for me, advice, you know, people who have been there, you know, what's your thought process when you kind of hit this time in your life where it's like you're transitioning to the next stage, like you've got to become an adult, and you've got to kind of grip with, you're going to be working, you're going to be building that 401k, building that retirement for a while. You know, your actual kind of life as a leech off your parents is done, you know. Which is sad. I do like taking all my parents' money and buying it on like CS:GO cases and stuff, and stealing my mom's credit card for the Kim K Fortnite scan. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't have too much more to say. I think I'll leave it with that. Hope you guys have a great night. So yeah, leave a like, leave a subscribe. Have a good day. Peace out.